America's top health officials have to find the courage.
What's up, fuckheads and fornicators? 'Tis I, your fearless leader.
Welcome
To a brand new Los Angeles first Patreon request.
And, might as well milk this for all it is.
Oh yeah!
We're gonna do the Judge Dredd Batman crossovers, but
Come on! You can scream all you want at me for saying that, but it won't change the scientific truth of it.
more the merrier. It's 2020.
Warning, bullshit alert! Even before I was being discriminated against in the workplace for being white back in early 90s.
You must have thought it was White Boy Day.
I know that liberals and stuff, they don't want to believe that. They just want to think, uh-oh.
2020 is almost over. I decided to do Death Race 2020, which I mentioned in my review of Death Race 2050. That originally was on this channel, but due to censorship and shit, I had to set it to private. The uncensored version is on my BitChute, and the YouTube-friendly version is on my Don't Watch Mojo channel. But enough about that. We're very aware about Death Race 2000. You know, it's a Roger Corman schlock fest starring David Carradine and Sylvester Stallone in his only villain role.
Really?
The film takes place in a dystopian American society where the murderous transcontinental road race has become a form of national entertainment.
Every car a deadly weapon.
The screenplay is based on the short story Eraser by Tim Bellfire.
Every spectator a potential point.
I love the whole metaphor of it, if you will, or allegories. The Frankenstein's opponents all represent like different forms of government. Like the first one to die is Nero, played by John Kreese. You know, Martin Cove of Karate Kid.
Bye, baby. Hello, somebody point.
The next one that dies is the Nazi driver, Matilda the Hun. Then there's the cowgirl, Calamity Jane. And then the final opponent is Machine Gun Joe.
Shut up and get to the point!
A sequel comic book series titled Death Race 2020 was published in April to November of 1995 by Cosmic Comics, owned by Roger Corman.
Oh yeah!
They also did Little Shop of Horrors.
Feed me, Corman! Feed me now!
First 3 issues done by the team who did Marshal Law, Kevin Oneil and Pat Mills. Our heroes.
Or anti-heroes.
I mean, come on!
When I'm reading it, I'm just totally picturing this to be
More of a martial law comic. I mean, everything from the artwork to
Whatever.
which I think he did this the same time he did Martial Law: The Mask, you know, the crossover.
Okay!
The artwork and the style. You can tell yourself that they wanted this to be a martial law comic because even Frankenstein looks like martial law and how he's drawn is very martial law.
Oh yeah!
The comic book series, as the title indicates, takes place 20 years after the film ended and deals with Frankenstein's return to the race. So here it is, my Death Race 2020 review. The series never really concludes. It only was 8 issues because obviously we all know about Roger Corman was known for being cheap. So of course knowing him, he never actually put in too much effort or money to finish his comic book series. And now that I know that's incomplete, I don't believe he can finish it. Here is some spoilers or non-spoilers, basically sort of the storyline to it. And it starts off with, you know, just basically a continuation of
Death Race 2000.
Frankenstein is still the president.
Uh-oh, bad president. Uh-oh, we got a bad one.
Do you know what nemesis means?
The death races are banned. The rebel leader is now the head of all security and now is a disembodied head in a jar like Futurama.
Sorry, guys, you know the rules. No fun allowed.
She basically is no different than the totalitarian government who ran the death races.
You seem to have an open door policy for assholes, though, don't you?
She's strict, evil, Pentecostal bitch.
War in Iraq, war in Afghanistan, but like honestly, war, that's not really a big deal in America.
It's World War III, and I feel fine.
Have the fucking largest military budget in the world, and I am fucking
Several orders of magnitude, maybe not quite that much, but
we have a huge military budget. More than the next 10 countries combined.
Statistic you can toss around.
and we have to justify that somehow. And
Her granddaughter Annie is still married to the president, Frankenstein, and now the concept of death race is now illegal. And the people involved in the death races are all the former Frankenstein Project people, including Frankenstein's childhood sweetheart, Spida. Beans. He's fucking awesome. Has Medusa hair and all this shit.
Other things I'd like to add in here about after every issue, it's always ended with a one-shot, one-page comic strip of celebrity car wrecks. Cliff Burton, yes, Celebrity Car Crash Corner. The first one is all different artists, and the first one's Cliff Burton.
We do what we want to do, you know.
And then the second one is Jackson Pollock, and he was a famous, like, you know anything about Jackson Pollock, or you go on that one.
In other words, expressing the energy, the motion, and other inner force.
Margaret Mitchell, the author of Gone with the Wheel. Her story is pretty fucking tragic. I mean, even to the point where they actually made a TV movie starring Shannon Doherty as her.
Well, I didn't mean to scoop your little old reporter.
I love the artwork for that. It's actually like, it looks very Kevin O'Neill.
I guess I feel the same way as the Tower of London feels.
Do you find it at all disagreeable?
Which is funny because Kevin O'Neill kind of stopped. And then issue 5, it's Jack Johnson, the first black prize fighter. And then it...
Burns looks almost like a little boy compared to the 212-pound challenger.
JK. And then so many other ones I just don't want to go into this spoiler. But it's actually pretty funny that it always ends with something that's totally different, but it goes with the same spirit of car wrecks.
come on!
They kind of Riddick him. If you ever remember the third Riddick movie, they just take away all his power and he's back to square one again.
It's like a boxer who went into the ring out of shape and is taking a beating for it.
You rat suit eating honky motherfucker!
Okay.
Now I'm mad.
Rise from your grave.
Frankenstein's itching to still death race, and then he gets involved in that illegal death race to stop the death race, and in the process killing all these people, and all the people he's killing are all fanboys about it. Oh my god, it's an honor to be killed by Frankenstein, it's awesome.
If you want to call it that, it's more commentating and storytelling. It's like my opinion, man.
Actually, it's worse than that.
And then, he goes in, kills them all.
Fucking A.
They show all these rich little yuppie nerds who are like historians and they're so know-it-all, and
we're a little more progressive and ahead of the curve.
kind of similar to
Freakazoid.
Pointing all this out doesn't make me a dick.
Admit a huge mistake.
In fact, the shame is on everyone in media and government who is too cowardly to emphasize how important an issue this is.
Oh my.
Because the virus made it an issue.
in 95, kind of predicted internet culture.
I'll always be your fanboy.
Which, not necessarily truth. Truism and truth, not always the same, but it's a truism.
Look, no one deserves to die.
What's really funny too is now the United States Capitol is in Hollywood, which is very meta there.
Spare no expense protecting vulnerable people no matter why they're vulnerable.
Look at this. Look at it. A world built on fantasy.
Which is like honoring firemen with napalm.
Get on with it.
Then we get a call back to JFK, where they try to assassinate him right before he loses the election and fails, but they end up killing his wife Annie.
Ecological fucking collapse. That would be fucking cataclysmic on its own.
Political correctness can kill. I've seen it before. This issue is too fundamental to who lives and who dies, and to how successful America is going to be in getting out of this crisis.
Things have got to get worse before they can get better. Well, maybe this is good news. Things are getting worse.
It's a new election. This evil cult leader guy has a new religion, wants to bring back the death races. And because, you know, they believe in a free election, the evil dismembered head in the jar bench wants to, like, you know, be a dictatorship. And he gets sick of her shit and flushes her down the fucking toilet.
And then what happened?
Frankenstein loses the election and basically he has to start over again.
And then...
His new rival, Steppenwolf and Baba Yaga. They're like Russian Satanist types. New Razors introduced include Ron Dutch, Alcoholic, Happy the Clown, Rick Rickus, and Harry Carey.
Get on with it.
Yes! Get on with it!
All in all, I give this issue probably a 7 out of 10. Still waiting to read issue 7 and 8, but I say just read the first 3 issues because A, they're cheaper than the other one. I I'm not gonna get issue 8 because apparently issue 8's like $50. I ain't gonna pay $50 for one comic.
I've made a huge mistake.
Stay tuned for more future reviews, such as my Batman Judge Dredd collection reviews. And, you know, I got everything, you know, I'll be reviewing Judgment on Gotham, Vendetta on Gotham, Ultimate Riddle, Die Laughing, and then by added bonus, Lobo Dredd. I also will be doing the Hitchhiker's Guide series by DC. I know, right? I feel blasphemous that I'm covering the big two still. Then League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, the original series. Because he was going with this little Pat Mills thing. The Elric comic series, including one that's in French, which I feel stupid doing because I don't know French. And of course, I will finally finish off the Techno Comics Wheel of Worlds saga with Lady Justice, volumes 1 and 2. So stay tuned. And in fact, if you want, you can tell us in the comments which one you want me to read first. It depends if my patron wants me to do the Dredd. Apparently you all want me to do the Dredd ones, but after that, vote right now which one you want. Late.
Goodbye.
I frankly, with all the empty stadiums and the shutdown, don't know how people have noticed. The games put me to sleep all the time. Anyway.
If it's not going to be better, it at the very least should be entertaining. And you can't deny that right now we live in some entertaining fucking time.
Oh yeah! Why didn't think I was watching wrestling? It was actually entertaining.
It feels like the destruction before the creation, right?
All you people, because we're living in a pandemic. Check out our Patreon, and linked in the description, as you can tell, and support our cause. We don't get paid for this shit.
And hey, if you do want something better, it's a fucking common truism. I don't know if it's true. It's a truism.